Let's just move that out of the way. We are working on quite a small screen, so forgive me. We're not. We are in Italy at the moment. We are, as I look out the window, I'm looking out at the Bay of Follonica and a wonderful marina below. The sky is blue, the sea is shimmering, and the boats are all bobbing around in the marina. It's wonderful. Great view. We're here for a few weeks. We're not back in the UK until the middle of July, I think. We're actually moving up to Venice in a couple of weeks' time for a break with the grandchildren, which will be fun. Right. Okay. I've got SpaceX. I'm going to. I know Anna's been talking about SpaceX. I'm going to keep that here. I've got four time frames. I've got the 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute bottom left, and then over on the right, I've got the daily. There's several things that I think you ought to be aware of with SpaceX. I've got this hooked to one of our interactive brokers accounts, so we've got live data coming through. We have three pretty substantial accounts. Into six figures, which is what we trade ourselves. And the issue may or may not be for you whether, and this is really what I wanted to touch on, was the whole business of options. Clearly, options are very popular. They require far less in terms of capital per se. For us, if we were investing or buying, we are traders. Predominantly, we are traders, primarily because of our age. And you will find this will change over the years. The more you get towards retiring age, the more your focus will be on not only what you've been investing in, which you will have been longer term, but then you get to a stage, well, are my investments enough to keep me in my, latter days, or do you move to a more trading mentality? And our mentality right now is very much of traders because we are short term. And when I say short term, I'm talking about days and weeks. Not really interested in looking at stuff that we're going to buy and hold and put away for the years to come because we're over the hill. We're on the downward slope, unfortunately. And rather like an option, time is a wasting asset for us. It's expiring ever faster. And it's one of those great things that you have to remember about options is time is a wasting asset. And as you get towards expiry, time will be working against you and it's working against us. And that's why as traders, we are the trader mindset. And when we're looking at a stock like SPCX, SpaceX, we will be looking to buy it and to trade it. We're not looking to invest. We're not looking to hold it for the next 10, 15 years. We're looking at it from a trading perspective. Yes, we've got those already. They are things we've done in the dim and distant past, and they're quite happily doing whatever they do in terms of dividends and returns and what have you. But what we're looking at now is to say we have around about six figures or so, well into six figures, which we trade on an intraday basis or a daily basis or a weekly basis. Now, when you're looking at a stock like SPCX, several issues come to mind. First of all, and this is probably the primary one I just want to touch on, is the whole business of options. Because when you think about an option, it's all very well when you've got historical value and you've got historical data because options are based on data. That's how they're created. And you think, well, hang on a minute, I've got a chicken and egg situation here, which is exactly what you've got. You have a stock which is brand new to the market, and you think, well, how are the options priced? Because they've got no data. And all I can tell you is that the market makers have to come up with some sort of information to create the pricing mechanisms for options. And I can guarantee you that one thing will be absolutely crystal clear that they will price enormous amount of risk in there from their perspective, not from your perspective, from their perspective, because they, like everybody else, is dipping a toe in the water. They're trying to find out where this stock is going to sit. They're trying to assess the volumes. They're trying to assess what the implied volatility may or may not be. And in order to, in inverted commas, guess at it, they have to put something out as a starting point. So you will be dealing with, if you're thinking of, dare I say, buying call options for this stock right now, I would urge you to be extremely cautious because the chances are you will be paying massively overpriced because the market makers have to build in so much spare capacity into the price, so much spare risk premium into the price. It'd be hugely overpriced because they're not going to take any risk that they're going to be underpriced. So they're always going to be overpriced. The bid and offer prices, the spreads will probably be very wide because there is very little at the moment to suggest or to give them the information to arrive at pricing which is going to be in line with where this stock ultimately may sit in terms of what the implied volatility may or may not be. They don't have enough data. They've only got a day and a couple of hours to base that on. And as I say, I can't stress it too strongly. And this applies whether you are going to trade it as we will be trading as a stock, we will be buying in blocks of 100 or 200 or whatever it is, whether you're trading it on an intraday basis or a longer term or days or weeks hold, or whether you're looking at this to invest or whether you're looking at it from an options perspective, the message is the same. Certainly from our perspective at any rate, is be patient and wait. You've got to wait. There's nothing to be gained at the moment because you have so little data. And then it applies whether you're looking at the daily chart as we are here. I'm just going to move that box out of the way. There we go. Right. This is what we have in terms of, go away over there. This is what we have in terms of daily data, which doesn't really tell us anything very much other than on day one, Friday, we had over 500 million traded. So far today, we've got, what have we got? 100 and something traded, 100 million traded, which is fine. What do the candles tell you? Well, we've only got two. Big wick to the upper body of this one. If you saw that in normal circumstances with a huge amount of volume, you'd say, well, this looks pretty weak. But we have nothing else to gauge to say, well, how are we going to arrive at any decision making? So you have to be patient. You've got to wait. This was pretty much what the market expected. If you read around the subject of what the launch was like to be, the broad view was it was going to launch at 135, 140, it would probably go 160, 165, which is what it has done. It spiked up today, but then all the stocks have spiked up largely or to a greater extent. But I'm going to caveat that comment in a minute. So my comment to you is simple. Unless you are trading this on an intraday basis, which is perfectly feasible, VPA works in exactly the same way. Let's go down. This is the 3-minute. Okay. We've got a breakout here. We've got decent volume under that. We can scroll this out so we get a better view. You could see where we had some decent buying coming in under the hammer candle here. We've had a nice rally. We've gone into congestion. Now we look as though we're breaking higher. Good volume under that candle. That's on the 3-minute. If we drop it up to the 1-minute here, let's go and have a look and see what the 1-minute looks like. Absolutely fine. That's good volume under that 1-minute break. That volume and pricing agreement under that one, that looks okay. We're into congestion. But we've broken out here, so we've got a nice level of support around 174. And who knows? On up we go. But unless you're doing it from that perspective, as I say, I would urge you to be cautious, extremely cautious with options. Because if you've never thought about, well, an option is priced on data, it's priced on mathematical data from the options market itself. And therefore, when you have a new stock launched in the market, how do the market makers come up with that? And it's pretty much trial and error. And if you spoke to them, they might not admit that it was trial and error, but that's what it is. It's a guessing game. They have to put something out into the market, and they're going to put that out in their favor, not in yours. So the net result of that is that if you're going to be trading in the options on this stock for some while, certainly days, weeks, probably certainly in 2 or 3 weeks' time, it will have settled down because we will have the weekly data available and it gives us a better view. And of course, they will have a much, much better understanding as well. But on day 2, day 5, day 6, they have no idea. And therefore, it's very much trial and error. It's finding out where the market is going to sit and how the volatility is going to play out that then translates into that implied VIV and ultimately into historical IV as the stock gets underway and gets started. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention before I forget, let me go over here. We always say, who sponsors this live stream? Well, it's sponsored by us. We sponsor it ourselves. So it's Quantum Trading. This is the Quantum Trading site. I just wanted to show you this very quickly. 2 things. First of all, we are running the 20% discount on both indicators and on the quantum trading education programs. On the education programs, it's very straightforward. We have a code which is LS 20%. That's L for Larry, S for Sugar, 20%. If you go to education, quantumtradingeducation.com, either on the stock program or on the Forex program, if you enter that code in your chosen platform on the site, it will apply the 20% automatically. It only applies to the outright price. It doesn't apply to the subscription model of 3 months, but it will apply to the overall price outright. So you'll get your 20% that way. If you're interested in buying the indicators, it applies the same way, but we need to know what it is, which ones you want, for which platforms. It's much more complicated. Just send us an email, helpdesk@quantumtrading.com, put LS 20% either in the title or in the body of the text, and tell us which ones you want, and we will then create a specific code for you. No problem at all. This is something we launched on Friday. You can see here we've now introduced the option for you to lease the indicators. So you don't have to buy them. We've got 3 packages. We've got a starter package, we've got an essentials package, and we've got the full package. You can see the prices there, $27 a month, $57 or $79. And then you've got all the indicators down here, the full package clearly. You've got the essentials, which is the VBA essentials in the middle. And then you've got 6 or so starter indicators down there on the starter package. It's an easy in, easy out. That's it. Your maximum commitment is a month. If you decide to opt out after that, no problem at all. No love lost. And in addition to that, it also comes with the usual 7-day guarantee. So if you opt in, you try for 7 days or within the 7 days and you decide it's not for you, just let us know and we refund by return. No problem at all. Okay. Now, this is still tracking up nicely. So as a trader, you've gone from 170 odd, we're now at 174, 175. So it's very nice. Thank you very much. And it's always easy to think that when the, where are we? Let's go to the NQ. There we go. Okay. It's very easy to get carried away with the idea that when you have these explosive trends in, this is technology, obviously, these explosive trends, and never forget, before I forget to say it, gaps do get filled, so be careful. But when you get these explosive trends, you easily think, oh, well, I've missed it and everything's going up and blah, blah, blah. Well, that's not strictly true. Because once you start to go and look at these, a lot of these stocks we trade regularly as part of, as I mentioned, the trading on the interactive brokers accounts. But when you start to go and look at some of these, you realize that that's not the case. This is applied, perfectly respectable, but it hasn't got that dramatic growth that you've seen on the NQ. You go and look at banking stocks. Okay, it's marginally up, but it's not explosive in price. You look at stocks like this, for example. I mean, this has done the opposite. This is a financial stock. It's done the exact opposite. It's not doing what the NQ is doing. Another one, Cypher. Yeah, it's a digital stock, but it's hardly exploded in the same dramatic way. And this is what it's a message that you tend to think, oh, fear of missing out. I've missed out on a huge move, etc., etc., etc. You've got to remind yourself that the NQ at the moment is being driven by a handful, literally a handful of stocks. It is not generic of across the industry. It's just being driven by a very narrow range. And if you go and look at sectors, we talked about sectors in a live stream, I think a couple of weeks ago. There's 1 or 2 posts around as well. If you go and look at some of the sectors, there are some very heavily beaten down sectors which are well worth investigating. And you can stay away. You can say, well, I'm not going to go into into technology. Absolutely fine. You look at stocks like Intel, for example. We've had explosive growth. It's gone up exponentially. We were in this stock. We actually got out of it. We're just sitting here waiting now, seeing what's going to happen. If it starts to pull back, fine, we may go back in again. If not, we'll move on to other things. What's also interesting is when you look at what's going on in terms of SpaceX, you go and look at some of the stocks which may or may not be associated. This is Luna. This might be considered something that is in a similar market. Not exactly doing the same thing. If you go and look at something like Rocket Lab had a big sell-off on Friday. Huge amount of volume under here. Got up to 150. It's come all the way back down. Big sell-off. Not doing a lot today. Pretty much sideways there for Rocket Lab. ASTS, that's another one, which again in that space, it's come off big time. It was up at 130 all the way back down here. Huge volume in under it on Friday. A lot of selling going on there. Really not doing a lot today. Yeah, it's up a little bit, but it hardly looks great in terms of, are we going to see a strong bounce driven by SpaceX? So those are sort of rocket related. And then you go and look at other stocks in the technology sector. And I'm really just saying it to reassure you that if you're looking at the Nasdaq as your benchmark for stocks per se, then I wouldn't be too concerned because it's not indicative across the markets, across the industries. There are many opportunities out there where you can find stocks which are very heavily oversold and which now represent good opportunities to get into the market if you're looking at terms, whether you're looking at it in terms of options or whether you're looking at it in terms of, I mean, you look at the Sandhound. This is one we've traded huge amount. You look at it on the weekly. Just change this over for a moment. There we go. Let's look at that on the weekly, move that out of the way. It's a weekly stock. It's a weekly, there we go. Is that representative of what has been going on in terms of the Nasdaq? No. Now, at some point, this will become a buy again, but I'm not concerned looking at the Nasdaq that I've lost out. I'm just waiting to be patient, wait for this to wait to see the buying coming. This is where we saw a huge amount of volume coming in, a lot of weakness coming in. It's come all the way back down again, and that's indicative of a lot of stocks in those early days of AI. So I'm going to stop there. I will stop sharing my screen if I can find where I've moved everything to. There we go. And we will be back with more later on this week. Anna tells me we're going to be back later on this week. So I will stop sharing if I can. There we go. So thanks very much for coming along today. And we will see you again soon. We're going to grab something to eat now because it's pretty late where we are. And enjoy the rest of the trading day and stay safe. See you soon and bye for now.